Guys, it's so good to have Pixar back. Hey everybody, this is David, and today I'm going to be telling you my top 10 favorite Pixar movies of all time. Now, to be fair, there are like 14 Pixar movies in total. 15 is on the way, Inside Out, and I'm already hearing some good things about it. I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm hearing some good things about it. And with that being said, I really want to give my top 10 films because I love Pixar. What can I say, guys? I love animated movies in general, but Pixar to me is definitely some of the best. I did my top 25 animated movies of all time last year, I believe, and a lot of them made that list, and you'll be able to see a lot of them here in this one too. There are a few others that wasn't in that list. If you haven't seen that list, go check it out later if you want. If you want to know some of the other animated movies I really like that are out there. And with that being said, guys, let us begin. So at number 10, I have Monsters, Inc. A lot of people really love this movie. I know, we got Sully, we got Mike, and we got Boo. Unfortunately, I don't think Boo is that cool like everybody else seems to think, She's cute and all, but whatever. She's like an Ewok to me. She can be a little annoying once in a while. At number 9, I have Cars. And yes, the original Cars, not the second Cars. Even though I think the second Cars is not as bad as many people make it out to be. I actually think it's Pixar's weakest film, but to me, it being its weakest film is nothing. The original Cars, though, is far superior than it. I'll admit that. And there is actually a nice little heartwarming tale there to be said. And, Mater isn't as annoying as he is in Cars 2. Why? Because he's more of a supporting character. And maybe that's why the first Cars movie actually works. Because Mater is actually in a role where he's not, he doesn't bug you all the time. Here he's in a role where he actually works. At number 8, I have Monsters University. I know what everyone's thinking, probably. A lot of people are probably thinking, what? You have Monsters University higher than Monsters, Inc.? I'm one of the few people that actually enjoyed Monsters University more than Monsters, Inc. Why? Number 1, because there's no Boo. And number 2, because I actually like Mike and Sully's relationship, like how they came to be, how they became friends. I thought the character development between the two characters becoming friends was a lot of fun to watch in this movie because it's something that, we kind of had that taste of their bickering in the first film, but in this movie we actually get to see they were like enemies at first and they only overcame that afterwards, and I thought that was pretty enjoyable, and I liked that. And I liked the whole idea of a monster school where they all had to learn all the tricks that they needed to become scarers, I thought it was a lot of fun. At number 7, I have WALL-E. Such a great movie, great sci-fi, romance, all that in there. Everything you want from a Pixar movie. Very beautiful to watch. Animation, gorgeous. The animation is always gorgeous in Pixar movies. But this is definitely one that really showed that you don't even need words to entertain people, and that was a risk going into this movie. I remember people making a big deal out of this, that there's not really much dialogue in the first maybe 40 minutes of the film, and to me you don't need it because you're engaged at what this robot is doing and how he's surviving on this planet, what's going on. And bravo to Pixar for taking that risk. Hopefully we'll see more risks like this in the future. At number 6, we got Toy Story 2. Toy Story 2, one of my all-time favorite Pixar movies. I mean, this is what I really like about it is I like Woody's story in this movie. It gives us more depth on Woody and what kind of toy he is and where he came from. It gives us that idea. And, you know, the scene with Jesse, also brilliantly done. You gotta love this movie, man. It's definitely one of those sequels that prove that you can make a sequel better or on par with the original. At number 5, I have Finding Nemo. Who does not love Finding Nemo? This is one of my favorite all-time classics as well. One of the best characters, in my opinion, in any Pixar movie. Dory, voiced by Ellen DeGeneres, is hilarious. She has all the best lines in this movie, as well as, you know, a lot of the other characters have their moments too, and it's beautiful exploring the sea because, you know, the animation just like knocks it out of the park all the time. At number 4, I have Ratatouille. Brad Bird, I mean, you can't go wrong when you have a movie directed by Brad Bird, right? And this one was really cool, right? Especially when you see the rat and cooking and all that, mix it all up together. You get, who knew that, like, a rat in the kitchen would actually make you smile. At number 3, I have Up. This is a great movie, once again, about how, literally about life, if you think about it, getting older, and how, you know, we have to overcome the people that we love and try to move on, because it definitely is a movie about life and death and a lot of really hard truths in this movie that I'd be surprised if kids could get. It would be, you know, be interesting if kids actually got what the real message in Up really was. And that's why a lot of people really connect with this film, I think. There's a lot of truths there. At number 2, I have The Incredibles. Of course, you know, number 2, The Incredibles, Brad Bird plus superheroes. You know me, if you've been following me for some time, superheroes are my thing, and that's why The Incredibles is at number 2. But then what could be at number 1? What could be better than a superhero movie? Here we go. At number 1, I have Toy Story 3. To me, this is the best Pixar movie at all time. I am going to tell you guys all the truth. I didn't cry just once at this movie. I cried twice. First, it was that scene where they're all going down to the fire, holding hands, and I was like, I literally thought they were going to kill off the toys. I thought Pixar was going to be crazy enough to kill off these group of toys that we, you know, grew to love in 1995, you know, when I was just, 15, 13 years old or something like that. I thought they were going to kill them off. I thought Pixar was going to be that rude, you know, that much of a douchebags to us after all these years and kill them. And then at the very end, when Andy leaves his toys with the new owner, with the new girl, and man, you know, your eyes just start bawling and you just can't contain it anymore. The way it was all done, the way it was all set up, when the last toy he picks out from the box turns out to be Woody, and you see in Andy's face, he is shocked and he has to let go of the toy that, you know, he holds precious to him. This movie is a guilt trip that will make you want to take care of your toys much better. Like, if you thought the first movie made you want to take care of your toys, this movie will make you, a grown-up man or woman, want to take care of your toys even more. So, with that being said, guys, that was my top 10 Toy Story. I got Toy Story on the brain now. With that being said, this was my top 10 Pixar movies of all time. These are all great films, and you know, even the ones that weren't on my list are really good films as well, and I recommend those ones also, like even Cars 2, because despite Cars 2 being the weakest, like I said earlier, it definitely has its moments and some really good jokes in that movie too. Brave, you know, the original Toy Story, of course, that was the one that started it all, not just for Pixar, but for computer animation as a whole. So Bug's Life, can't forget that one. And of course, go see Inside Out. Even though I haven't seen it yet, I'm hearing really good things, like I said. So until next time, guys, take care. Hey everybody, if you like this video, please subscribe to my channel. or click on some of these other videos down here that might interest you, that are kind of related to this video. So, yeah.